Folks, this is all the fruit. I'm in the botanic garden of Puerto on the island of Tenerife, and this fairly sizable tree is Sideroxylon foetidissimum from the family Sapotaceae. Something that's from the family Sapotaceae is always interesting because they have a lot of edible fruit. And here they have three different names: Acana, Caia colorata. No, two names, Acana or Caia colorata. Something that has a lot of vernacular names can be actually quite useful. Well, foetidissimum means very stinky. This doesn't sound so good, but underneath it there are fruit the size and general appearance of yellow plums. A Sapotaceae with big yellow fruit. That sounds really promising. And here are the seeds from those yellow fruit. A fresh one with a lot of older ones. Here I collected a leaf and two fruit. Unfortunately, there, as soon as they land on the ground, and maybe even before that, they are being attacked by Drosophila flies. Guess they must be very sweet. Why is it called foetidissimum? Very stinky. Well, this kind of stinks like alcohol already. And one side of it is already quite soft, but the other one is more hard. So let's try the harder side. Very sour. Tastes like wine which is not fermented enough yet, but already fermented into vinegar. You know, when grape juice is not really wine yet, it tastes quite sour and unpleasant. This is pretty much this taste. When grape juice turns into wine, the intermediate part. Well, here in this fruit you can see, at least I can see that very well. I hope I can show it to you too. See, this darker part is kind of translucent, and here is a part which is not translucent yet. So this darker part, the cells are already dissolved, and the juice is sloshing around inside the fruit, making it susceptible to fermentation. Well, in this small part here, the cells are still intact, so the fruit shouldn't be fermented. Let's try this intact part of this fruit. This part is sweet, no sourness, so I guess the sourness really does come from fermentation. Sweet, but there is also a weak and unpleasant taste. And funny, no sourness at all. Now I would wish for a little bit of sourness. Sweetness, not too strong, not too mild, and a trace of an unpleasant taste. Maybe we can find, I hope you can see the thousands of Drosophila which take off from the fruit. Here is one where, again, there are parts of the fruit which are intact, which have not died yet. So half of this fruit is dead. See those darker parts, but the lighter are still alive. Really cannot decide if I like this fruit or not. It's sweet, but at the same time it has an unpleasant taste, and also it's quite impossible to find a fruit on the ground which is not starting to ferment yet. Really, I cannot tell you a final verdict on this fruit. Maybe you need to pick it from the tree, but this tree is just too tall. I can see a couple of half-ripe fruit on the branches, but no chance to reach them without the long stick. Yeah, No, really, this is one of the fruit where I really cannot give you any final recommendation, whether I like it or like it not. Please write me if you have ever tried this tree, Sideroxylon foetidissimum, if you like the fruit, or if you don't. Yeah, really, I would be really interested in that. So folks, this was Sideroxylon foetidissimum. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful botanic garden of Puerto. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.